Rarely went back to my hometown during vacation, but after dinner, my dad ordered me to wash the dishes. I froze. Don't we have a housekeeper? My mom frowned. Laura works so hard taking care of us every day. Since you're back, you should let her rest. You should do everything. But I couldn't understand. I'm paying her to be our housekeeper. Isn't that what she's here for? Why should I pay money and still do the work myself? This comment made the housekeeper cry and angered my parents. My mom frowned. What good are you? I barely see you once a year. Laura's more thoughtful than you. At least she's here every single day. My dad pointed at my nose. Don't bother coming back anymore. From now on, Laura is our real daughter. You can go do whatever you want. I laughed bitterly. I was busy with work, but I sent home plenty of money every month and even hired an expensive housekeeper. Yet in the end, they treated the housekeeper like their daughter. If that's how it is, I won't be paying the housekeeper's salary anymore. The company gave us time off, so I went home early. I wanted to surprise my parents, but when I got to the house, my key wouldn't open the door. I tried several times, but the key still wouldn't turn. That's when I realized they'd changed the locks. With no other choice, I pulled out my phone and called my mom. It rang several times before she picked up. I could hear the bustling sounds of shopping in the background, along with my mom's voice. Hello, Charlotte. Why are you calling all of a sudden? Mom, I'm home, standing outside. Why was the lock changed? I can't get in. My mom paused for a few seconds before answering slowly. Oh, you're back? Your dad, Laura, and I are out shopping. Just wait by the door for a bit. We'll be back soon. Before I could say anything else, she hung up. I stood in the hallway with my suitcase, waiting for a full hour. Finally, I heard footsteps in the corridor. I looked up and saw my parents walking ahead with the housekeeper Laura squeezed between them. Her right hand was linked affectionately with my mom's arm, and her left hand carried shopping bags for my dad. The three of them were laughing and chatting like a family of three. When they reached the door and saw me standing there, none of them looked surprised. My dad just glanced at me indifferently, and my mom only said casually, "Oh, you're back." Laura, on the other hand, immediately let go of my mom's hand. A warm smile spread across her face as she hurried toward me. "Charlotte, you're home. Why didn't you tell us in advance? We could have picked you up." I forced a smile and nodded slightly, my eyes falling on the door lock. "When was the lock changed? Why didn't anyone tell me?" Laura quickly explained. "It was changed a month ago. The old lock was getting stuck. It wasn't very safe. I was worried about Uncle and Auntie since they're getting older, so I had someone install a new one. I didn't have time to tell you. Please don't mind Charlotte." Before I could respond, my dad snorted coldly and pushed open the door, his tone dripping with dissatisfaction. "Someone who couldn't even come home for Christmas. What difference does changing the lock make to you?" I knew my dad was still upset that I hadn't come home for Christmas. He was holding a grudge. I didn't want to start a fight the moment I got back, so I didn't respond and just followed them inside. After entering, I instinctively went to the shoe cabinet to get my slippers, but I saw my pair of fleece slippers on Laura's feet. Laura noticed my gaze and awkwardly pulled out a pair of disposable slippers from the bottom of the cabinet, handing them to me. "Charlotte, I'm sorry. I put on the wrong ones. Wear these for now." I looked at the thin disposable slippers, then at my fleece slippers on Laura's feet. A strange feeling rose in my chest, but I didn't say anything. I silently changed into the disposable slippers. After dinner, I just sat down to rest and recover from the long journey when my dad pointed at the dining table. "Go wash the dishes." I stood there, stunned, and instinctively replied, "Don't we have a housekeeper?" My mom immediately frowned, put down her water glass, and gave me a stern look. "Laura works so hard taking care of us. Cooking, cleaning, exhausting herself all day long. Now that you're back, let her rest. What's wrong with you washing some dishes?" "I'm exhausted from work too," I said, looking at them in confusion. "I work overtime every day. I finally got a break and came home to rest. And you want me to do chores? Besides, I'm paying her good money to be here. Isn't this what she's supposed to do? Why should I pay and still do the work myself?" Laura stood to the side, head lowered, looking like she'd been wrong. My dad slammed his hand on the table, his face darkening as he shouted at me, "Money, money, money, all you care about is money. Is there anything in your eyes besides money? I think you'd rather spend time with your money and your job than with your parents. You didn't come home for Christmas. You barely visit. And now when you're finally here, all you talk about is money. You might as well just live with your money and your job. Why even bother coming back?"